Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Let's post this on X. Okay, guys, give me a moment. If anybody's there, I think no one is here yet. Okay. Okay, give me a moment, guys. Let me send this to X, and we're going to be starting in a moment. Okay, perfect. So, okay, give me a second, guys. Sorry, I'm still a bit sick. And perfect. Okay, we're going to start in a second, guys. So this is going to be a quick stream, really. Why? Because we had FOMC yesterday. Today is the next day after FOMC. Personally, I'm not going to trade today. I already took one setup in the morning, which was basically this one. When we inversed the H1 verbal gap, after we took the H4 point of interest here, or H1 if you want to see it like that, you see we generated here like a long range. We took range lows, and then we rejected equilibrium. Okay, I got stop out break even. That was basically my only trade for today. You can see here the H4 verbal gap here, and you can also see that we now inversed this bearish verbal gap, but we are also on this premium verbal gap now, which means again high resistance liquidity conditions. Good things, we are trading above monthly opening. You can see here we took previous month low into the monthly CE, which is basically here, monthly CE, and we shifted the H4 structure here, and now we are like trying to go up, but I would look for longs likely on some discounted verbal gap, like on this breaker with the FIBA at the OTE. This is where I would be looking for longs. Why not here? Because again, we already take the bearish verbal gap, and even though we did inverse it, the bearish one, I can't see really a framework to take a proper trade here, okay? Like to the long side. So during Asia, we had basically this massive expansion, and it was really weird because Asia rarely expands, but we took the daily gap and we shifted on the M5, And that was pretty much a majority of the price action for the day. The rest was basically this ring New York. Okay, what I mentioned it, we took one side of the range. New York session start, we take some H1 swings here. You can see on the right, 1, 2, we took 2 swings, rejection OB of the candle that liquidated the external, shift structure, retest for example of that breaker, and then we took London hikes. Here I moved my stop loss break even, and at this point I'm already flat. Okay, this is basically for today. Now for the next days, okay guys, important updates for the next days. Let me see if you can hear me well. Okay, give me a second. I want to see if you guys can hear me properly. So let me go and open CFT Academy. And give me a moment, guys. Apologies, my internet is not the best one right now. In my building, the lights have been like going off for some days. Okay, perfect. Yeah, everything is working. Perfect. So yeah, basically, that's pretty much like the low time frame outlook. Okay. Now on high time frame, guys, what I'm watching is basically the next that now that we took the internal and this premium fair value gap, I'm expecting price to take the external that we have right here. The external that we have right here, or again give a bounce on low time frame in the point of interest that we mark out, which is basically this one. I would look to enter with confirmation. Okay, something like this. This is what I would like to see. Some shift in structure on this H4 point of interest. If I don't get a shift in structure there, then I'm not going to be looking for trade. Okay, it's really simple for me. Okay, what else? Okay, that's pretty much like the update for Bitcoin. Okay, we're going to be checking out some altcoins. Personally, I had eyes on, let me see if I can find it here. Where is it? Okay, on CRB. This is one of the coins that already shifted daily structure, as you can see. It shifted around 3 days ago. This is one of the coins that I do consider it's worth, for example, holding. You can see we have this fractal model, we have this previous model here, and we have this daily shift in structure, change in the state of delivery. So I'm going to keep an eye here for the retest, one that Bitcoin give us the push lower that we're expecting now. And I'm going to be looking for a swing long on this trade, okay? This pair. We are on really deep discount. In some way, for example, even though we already violated this array, we are still on this month array, almost fulfilling the fair value gap, which is quite a good sign. And yeah, this is pretty much, I think, all related to altcoins that I'm watching. I'm not really interested, for example, in other altcoins. I check it out and filter it on better data. A lot of them, and to be honest, majority of them still look like shit. And until Ethereum can give like the proper push from this OB, which I'm already long. I mean, this is one of the trades for the challenge account. I'm long here 2%. I already shared this on pretty much everywhere with an invalidation here. Okay, this is basically the trade that I have opened. We took one side of the range, we took the other side of the range, we deviated into this high time frame array, which is quite a good sign for price to create now the reversal here. Okay, this is the trade that I'm holding with more size. The next trade again that I'm looking to take is the CRB trade that I already covered. And On Bitcoin again, we're framing out from this internal of this premium leg on the daily to either this external or this one or this one. Okay, we don't know where price is going to bounce. Of course, it's impossible to know what's going to happen. But if we get equilibrium and we get this swing and some H1 shift in the structure here, that for me is perfect. To look for a trade. Perfect. Something like this would be a nice trade. Or again, on this H4, if we're going to hold, for example, the monthly opening, and we're going to hold this higher high, because at the end, again, we're coming from previous month low, previous week lows, shift on the H4. So if we are going to hold this shift in the structure, I want to see an M15 bounce on this level. By that I mean I want to see price tapping into this array, shifting structure here, and then here I would enter with my stop loss clearly on this low, okay, playing the higher highs. That's one of the ideas that I'm going to be looking to play. But the main one and the most important one, okay, the most important idea is basically playing equilibrium, okay, equilibrium on this low. We're on a really choppy range, guys. We have no direction. I mean, you can see here we have no direction. We deviated, for example, from this consolidation to one side. Now we're likely to just deviate to the other side, maybe continue ranging, I don't know, nobody knows. But I still the next, for example, trades, I'm going to be posting them on, okay, give me a second, I'm going to be posting them on still on the group, like all the trades that we've been taking, and on X. Also, guys, I'm going to maintain a bit more of activity from this week. I already mentioned that, I think on Tuesday. I was sick this last week, so I didn't post it too much on X. Yeah, in general, I'm going to be a bit more active. And from this weekend, I'm going to be posting the personal schedule that I'm going to be following for the rest of the month, okay? Why the rest of the month? Why another schedule? Because I already have the one from CFT and from the lab. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put all my streams from both CFT and the lab, and I'm going to put them into one schedule, okay? So I don't have to send you guys like 3 or 4 schedules. I'm just going to send like one, and you can find all the streams that I'm going to be doing on weekly basis there, okay? So yeah, these are basically the plans for Bitcoin, okay? Now for PM session, okay, for today. So we took London already. We took London here already. We are on this bearish distribution leg. From my perspective, why? Because okay, again we took daily. We shifted here the H1. To be honest, I had the idea that we were going to disrespect this array in the morning. We didn't. I got stop out, break even again. And now we are expanding to this side, and I would say again that at least we should hit this level, okay? At least this is basically equilibrium, and from the low time frame, intermediate time frame range, OT and the OV. So for PM session, if you're going to be trading PM session, this would be my draw liquidity. I think it's really clear at this point. And if we inverse, for example, this PBG in 18 minutes, it's going to be even cleaner. I mean, if we close below the CE, it will be way cleaner. Because then we have multiple confluences. Okay. And this would be my target for PM session. Again, this is where I'm also expecting price to get us maybe a small bounce. So yeah, I mean, we're going to check this on PM session. Maybe I hope on the stream. And okay, give me a second. And yeah, this is where I would like to see price getting a small bounce at least again. Okay, on the M15. Again, if we don't get the shift if we get the shift, that's a plan that I'm going to follow. If we don't get the shift on the M15 or no fee, I don't know. I'm just going to play it internal to external. Okay. From this premium internal to this premium external, sorry, discounted external at OT. So yeah, I mean, just be careful, guys. We're still on quite choppy conditions, and even though we flip at all these hikes, I wouldn't say that price is now 100% safe to go higher. I mean, it's been looking really nasty lately, the price action on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we do have, again, the SMT divergence. I don't know if I mentioned it, but we have SMT divergence on these hikes. And SMT divergence on the daily, on a premium array. I mean, it's not often like the the cleanest sign of price breaking higher, right? Even though we are now above weekly opening and above so weekly and monthly opening. So yeah, just be careful. I'm going to be careful. If we get, for example, this sweep and we close below in this place, by this place I mean we create a fair value gap, then personally I would be looking just to short. Okay, this is the point of interest where I want to see price just sweeping. Okay, just creating a sweep, for example, like this one, some sweep like this one. How do we know if it's going to be a sweep or not? Because we wait for confirmations, we wait for candle closures, for example, on the H4, on the daily. So yeah, I want to see here, here, a sweep and no closure on significant time frames. Okay, significance, any of these ones. So now let's see, for example, Nasdaq. Okay, I traded Nasdaq today. Sadly, I didn't got a feel. I was playing basically this M5 setup that appeared. Personally, at this point, I didn't enter, and I wasn't looking to enter until we inversed the bearish arrays, sorry, that we had on the H1. Okay, actually, this one exactly. Once we inversed this array, we closed it also on the M5 above this one. I was just looking for the expansion to the equal hikes. I traded this live inside the lab. The problem is that I wasn't able to trade on YouTube today because there was another stream in the morning. But for the next schedule, I'm going to ask the team. I mean, I can find the spot on the mornings. I'm just going to check who are going to stream and who, in the morning, and who want to stream on the evening. So I can trade, for example, New York someday live. But yeah, basically, once we inversed all the bearish arrays that we had here, for example, like the H1s and here the H1, here the H1. Once we inversed this, I was looking, as you know, the type of framework that I do is I always play internal to external and external to internal. This is something I accept as true in the market. So if price inverse a fair value gap, doesn't matter if it's bullish or if it's bearish, if price inverse some fair value gap, but not like Okay, man, sorry, I'm going to check DM in a moment. If price inverse a favorable gap, I go for the external, okay? Basically, created that. So for me, once we inverted this and this one, I was just looking for this swing. I mean, it was obvious liquidity, as you can see here on the M5. It was extremely obvious liquidity. We had London, we had Asia. They were untapped. Price was moving quickly, really quickly. And basically, I wanted to enter here on this specific OB. Why I didn't got my entry? Because price moved really quick in like 1 minute, and there was no retest then. Here you can see I was putting here my order because I was opening my Apex account, and I put my order around this, and then we got the expansion directly. But basically, the trade would have been this one. It was a nice trade at the end. It ended up playing really nice. Yeah, but yeah, this was basically just like the continuation trade. But yeah, that's pretty much for Nasdaq and ES, guys. On low time frame, okay, that's the recap of today. Now, for high time frame, personally, I have no bias. It's hard for me to have bias here. We have so much sell side liquidity, so much sell side liquidity. Yeah, and for example, here we have the SMT divergence. Here, but for me, because here, for me, this is not really good lows, especially because at the end we haven't hit the high time frame level that I'm watching. We hit one, okay, which was basically this swing, but the 50% of the CE that I'm watching, we haven't hit it. But okay, if price, for example, I don't know, give me a close, for example, above this OB, maybe we can try a continuation tomorrow. To where? I would say to this swing, because we are already also inversing this H1, H daily, sorry, and now we are closing above this one. So yeah, maybe I'd say I could play tomorrow just like a continuation profile. But it's hard. I mean, it's hard, but it's hard because we don't have clear bias really. So yeah, it's really hard to frame something on Nasdaq on daily. Now on the H4, I mean, again, if we shift, I'm just going to be looking for the higher high. Okay. Yeah, give me a moment. I'm checking. Nice volume gap on the daily. Yeah, I'm also bearish, man, on Nasdaq. In general, I want to see the lows being taken. I want to see the 50% this low being taken. Because, yeah, I mean, it's hard, really hard to frame something here. Really hard. This is the Asian index. Sorry. I mean, this one was clean. It had a clean framework for like 3 months straight. But Nasdaq and ES right now, let's check Bitcoin, okay. I'm quite surprised how much Bitcoin dropped today. Like, really. I think Lala, which is one of the members like from the group, entered on this M15. So this is basically his trade. It was a really nice trade, to be honest. A really nice trade. Personally, I mean, even though I was watching it, I just stick to the long bias. I was expecting like the expansion today. Quite sad that we didn't have expansion. we had nothing today. Okay. The thing is that we are going to be forming this for value gap, which is not that bad. But we'll see. I mean, uh, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'd say this is the key level right now. In the meantime, just play the expansion to that area. How much 4 p.m. session? No, it's still like 1 hour and a half 4 p.m. session. Let's see on the M1. This could be used to play continuation. Personally, I don't like to play this aggressive. I don't like to play this aggressive. This is, in my opinion, how you can play a breakdown. And the role quit is really clear at this point. Give me a second. Yeah, this is basically what should happen. I'm not going to take this because for the 50k account I'm only taking trades on higher time frames. Why? Because that way you can actually follow everything that I'm doing. Otherwise it's not easy to follow. For example, if I'm scalping just once a week, it's going to take more finishing the account likely. And I want to keep all tracked. All tracked. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I think I'm going to finish here the stream, guys, in like 2 minutes, I think. Yeah, I'm going to finish here stream. So everyone can watch the recording later. I know a lot of people can't. So yeah, this will be pretty much all for today, guys, and thank you for watching. So remember, the point of interest that we're watching is this one and this one, okay? M15 shift here is the confirmation, and here, because this is a daily level, I would watch for an M5 shift or an H1 shift, okay? Really simple. Give me a second. Okay, drawn liquidity was already met. You didn't get any entry on lower time frame. Maybe using this, but I didn't use it, so. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and see you guys later. And I'm just going to close here.